Hey guys, it's March, so you know what that means. This is going to be the NES game of the month for March. Batman Returns. Now I know that the original Batman game gets a lot of love. Not many people talk about Batman Returns, which is just as good. Strangely enough, this one's made by Konami instead of Sunsoft. Let's look at our story real quick, which this time it actually follows the movie quite a bit, which is really cool. But anyway, Gotham City seems peaceful since Batman released it from the Joker's clutches. God, I hate how slow NES text always seems to move. It don't matter what game, it always moves so slow. And it's snowing. Yep, we got it. It's actually not too bad of a cutscene for an NES game. It actually looks pretty good. But some people have seen a strange man's shadow in the sewer. Is it the Ninja Turtles, maybe? The cats in the city are getting noisy. I'm telling you, this strange man's gotta be one of the Ninja Turtles. Wait, Batman's in the sewer? No, that can't be it. The time is coming when Batman must return. Cue the name Batman Returns, right? So let's start the game up. And it's a peaceful winter night in Gotham City. The Ice Princess is about to light up the Christmas tree for the citizens. God, I hate slow NES text. And really, that was one cheesy part about the movie. And really, the Ice Princess? Alright, whatever. I do like the music that works up here, though. Suddenly, a huge gift box appears in the Red Triangle Circus gang. What a name for a gang. Bursts out of the wrapping. Gotham Plaza changes from a festive party to a horrifying bedlam. Which means in comes Batman! The bat signal blazes into the sky and Batman returns to Gotham City. I thought Batman lived in Gotham City, or rather on the outskirts at least. This game has a surprisingly long amount of story. Alright, let's get into the game. Ever play Final Fight? Ah, well then, you should be fairly familiar with Batman Returns. It plays a lot like Final Fight. It's pretty cool to have a Final Fight style game on the NES. So, and yes, there was Mighty Final Fight. It's been a while since I've actually played this. I'm actually getting my butt kicked pretty good. It seems to happen a lot in all these NES games of the month, don't it? The game graphics are pretty decent for the time. They do seem just a bit grainy, but I mean, they're not horribly bad or anything. Batman controls okay. The graphics on these guys are actually pretty good, the big stilt walkers. That was kind of weird. See, it does really surprise me why this game isn't more talked about. The original NES Batman is a really highly respected game. It actually won the NES tournament on PlayTheNES.com in 2010. Not many people talk about Batman Returns, though. It's a real shame, because it's the Final Fight gameplay style done quite well on the NES. And it's a licensed game on top of that. It's a Batman game. How many licensed games do you know of that are decent? Not many. And what's more amazing is that not one, but two of the Batman games are really good. Now, there is a third one for the NES I do not own yet, Return of the Joker. However, it's pretty good too, and it's another Sunsoft one. This is actually the only game out of the Batman NES trilogy that was not made by Sunsoft. And all three Batman games on the NES take a wildly different gameplay approach. The first one plays almost like Ninja Gaiden to a degree. Batman Returns plays like Final Fight. And then the third one is a 2D shooter almost. And yeah, Batman with a gun is kind of weird for the second game, but hey, it works. Having trouble getting my kick off in this guy. Ow. Got him that time. Oh. Yeah, I'm showing a real lack of skill here, I believe. We have another Stilt Walker. But that is one bad thing about this game. You will find that some of the enemies are just basic color palette changes. Which, it's forgivable for the NES. Around the time the SNES came around and a lot of the games had the color palette changes, you'd get a little frustrated. Now, one thing you do have to watch is that Batman is a little glidey whenever he walks in. I'm letting go of the controller here. Now, do you see that little glide he does whenever he goes in? That can hurt you from time to time until you get familiar with the game, because it's almost like at times you can glide right past the bad guy. It's weird, because you can barely start walking, but if you throw a punch while you're walking, you'll do that gliding thing there. But now it's boss fight time. I'm probably going to get my rear ends handed to me, because I haven't played this in a while. Yeah, I'm not doing very well here. And Batman goes down. By the way, one life. Oops. You can continue. Okay, my camera's battery died there towards the end of the video, but as I was saying earlier, you only get one life, but you do get continues in the game. However, the continues do take you back a bit. They can make it a little bit more challenging if you're at a boss, and the boss takes you down instead of going right back to the boss, so you have to replay the entire level again. However, for us old school gamers, it's something that you kind of get used to. But that's pretty well it for Batman Returns for the NES. Be sure to join us next time for the April NES Game of the Month.